the students at MIT are really motivated. They all want to do well.
MIT students are notoriously bad about talking to each other in person as opposed to on the computer.
We're all like scientists or mathematicians or engineers, yet we come together and play music, which is a good, not only it's a good release from the science and everything, but it's something we all enjoy doing.
So it's a very grueling, it's a rigorous academic program at MIT in that the students can commit to a high-level music program on top of what they're doing on their other academic work speaks volumes to how dedicated and how much they care and love music.
I mean, MIT is not the kind of school you think of when you think of world-class musicians.
It's a great institution here at MIT and one that really appreciates.
Well, a wind ensemble is a small group of wind players, wind instruments meaning woodwinds and brass, and some percussionists as well. And we get together and play songs, many of which are written specifically for the wind ensemble.
A wind ensemble is slightly different from what is normally called a band because, one, the music is much more soloistic. There's much less doubling of parts. And also the players consider themselves more soloistic because of those musical demands that the composer puts on them.
Sure, well, Fred is the director of the wind ensemble, and he is a very entertaining director.
I think that trying to grow through music, you're always trying to work on yourself. And recently I've been thinking a lot about what I'm calling step-back theory, which is, in one way, in a very simplistic way, it has to do with conducting, where instead of being inside the music, you're kind of stepping back. The concert, the theme of the concert is MIT Wind Ensemble, MITWE celebrating its own. And I've always wanted to do that, but never had quite the opportunity. So in this concert, what I'm so excited about is here we have the assistant conductor of the group writing a piece, a concerto, featuring himself playing it. We have a senior, Laurie Huberman, a senior music and math major, playing a full concerto on the flute. And then we have a student composer, Scott Stransky, who's had this dream of writing a film score for the last 10 years, and now this dream is coming to life, and he's conducting it. So to me, it's a wonderful, it may be one of the most exciting concerts we've ever had.
This concert is very special for me because I have never soloed with the MIT Wind Ensemble. And I've never written a piece for the MIT Wind Ensemble.
He's the tuba player with the Empire Brass, one of the most famous brass quintets in the world. They've been around for 20 years, 25 years. And so the fact that he's the tuba player from that group writing a piece for wind ensemble, a concerto for himself.
So this concert is breaking new ground for me. It's afforded me new discoveries into my own writing. And of course, it's forced me to learn and practice the music that I've written, which is something I tend not to do. I can usually write something very difficult for other people to learn.
I went to a concert, an NEC Wind Ensemble concert, and Ken had a piece being premiered called Music for Music. And I thought the piece was intrigued, the title was intriguing, and I went to it, and I thought it was incredible. I thought it was just a terrific piece. Who is this young guy? And I turned around and I started talking to these people behind me, and I said, "This composer is terrific. Do you know him?" And it was his parents. His parents were sitting behind me. And so they did know him.
At the beginning of the year, Fred asked me if I would be interested in playing a concerto. And I said, of course I would be interested in playing a concerto. So we started looking for concertos, and I looked online and found this one online, actually. And thought it sounded really cool, so I gave it to Fred, and Fred thought it sounded cool as well, I guess, so we're playing it. So I am from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I started playing flute when I was 11 in beginning band in 6th grade. I guess I started actually playing piano when I was 8, and then I'd been singing before that, so I've done music pretty much my whole life. And then I got into science and stuff and did a bunch of science stuff in elementary and middle school and high school, and then I decided to come to MIT because they had good music and science here, obviously science. For me, music is for fun for me. I do a lot of, this I don't really do during the week, but I orienteer, which is a sport where you have a map and a compass, and you have different spots you're supposed to go to on the map, and it's out in the forest, and you have to figure out how to go from place to place. It's a race.
Well, so I've been a